to a new series of Nmap practice. And most people think that Nmap stops at finding open ports, but what comes after discovery? How do you actually understand what is running, or even test it for common vulnerabilities without switching tools, using always the same Nmap tool? That's where the Nmap scripting engine, or NSE, comes in. Okay, it transforms Nmap from a simple scanner into a full-blown reconnaissance and security auditing powerhouse. So in this video, we are moving beyond the basic and diving into NSE, how to use it, when to use it, and why it's most powerful feature inside Nmap that most beginners never touch. Okay, let's jump straight into our terminal to verify, okay, if we do have connectivity with our machine, Metasploitable 2, which will be considered as our victim machines. Okay, just when you type ifconfig to get its IP address, okay, and to make sure that we are using the correct IP address. Okay, this is my Metasploitable 2 IP address. Okay, and let's verify if I do have now connectivity between my attacker's machine, which is Kali, just by pinging 172.16.46.129. Okay, great, we have communication. So let's stop it. Let's Control C. Then let's move on now to discover the first step is to discover the NSE scripts. Okay, so I need to see what is available as scripts. Okay, inside Nmap. Okay, the scripts are all stored in a folder. Okay, inside the folder. Okay, which is user share Nmap scripts. Okay, if I just type for instance ls, okay, with a pipe, okay, let's use a pipe wc to count the number of scripts. If you can see here, I do have 600 over 600 scripts. Okay, what are those scripts? Let's list them. Okay, so if you can see here, all these are the NSE scripts. Okay, they have been written in Lua programming language, and they do have .nse as extension. Okay, now with regard to C, for instance, a specific script, okay, related to HTTP, for instance. Okay, so I'm going to use ls, okay, with our pipe as well, grep, okay, HTTP. Okay, if you can see here, all these are scripts that are related to HTTP protocol. Okay, guys. Now, for our first basic NSE usage, so we are going to use the dash sudo, okay, nmap dash ss dash sc, okay, in our IP address of Metasploitable machine. Okay, let's provide with the password for the sudo. Okay, so here the dash sc, okay, runs a default safe script against open ports. Okay, now we combine it in our previous example, we combine it with the sign scan. Okay, so we do have dash sc with dash ss and dash sc as well. Okay, now this runs scripts like banner.nse, http title.nse, ssh dash host key nse. So it is giving us a service banner, web page titles, and ssh keys without extra effort. Okay, so sometimes it takes a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to for the sake of the video, I'm going to stop it. Okay, to terminate it, I will let you run it and try to find out the result of the execution of this command. Okay, so let's now move on to run specific script. Okay, I'm going to run nmap, okay, dash script, okay, for instance, and I'm going to use vern to look for full vulnerability scan. This also will takes longer. I'm going to issue it first, then I will let you run it on your own. machine to see what are the different commands. Okay, script run against our machine. Okay, it will take time because it is using a full vulnerability scan. Okay, so now here you have many. It does a real scanning on our target machine with vulnerability scripts. Okay, so now if you want to target vulnerability checks, okay, for specific vulnerability, well, let's say I want to look for and check for FTP vulnerability. Okay, so here it starts to giving me some result. Okay, as I mentioned, I will stop it here for the sake of the video. So let's see, for instance, if I want to check for FTP vulnerability. Okay, I'm going to use nmap dash script. Okay, then FTP. Okay, dash var for vulnerability. Okay, with a star against my machine. Okay, it will also takes times. Okay, and we do the same thing for let's say searching for or checking for SMB vulnerabilities. I'm going to replace FTP with SMB as well. Okay, SMB. Okay, if also I wanted to check for HTTP vulnerabilities, I'm going to replace the SMB, the same command, just replace the SMB with HTTP. Okay, so here to start by getting at the end you will get some result. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. Okay, I'm going to also use the HTTP var. Okay, let's replace that SMB with HTTP. Okay, so here we are doing scanning for or checking for HTTP vulnerabilities. Now let's see for the exploit. What are the exploit that we can have? Okay, like we did with the scan. So we do exploit verification. I'm just Control C just to stop it here. Okay, so let's run nmap dash script. Okay, and exploit like we did with Vern. Okay, against 172.16.46.129. Okay, and search for the exploit. Okay, if you want to search for and to do specific exploit checks on our target. Okay, let's for instance check. If you can see here, we do have all this. Okay, this is the result that we got. Okay, and here you do have the exploit for every you can see here I do have the CVE for the exploit and so on. Okay, now if I want to let's say that I want to check for DIS-TCC backdoor which runs on port 3632 on Metasploitable. So I'm going to write nmap, okay, dash script, okay, DISTCC, okay, dash CVE. That's with the CVE 2004 2687. Okay, on port 3632. Okay, and against my Metasploitable, my 22 16 46 129. Okay, sorry, I do have here. I think I don't have this. Okay, space. Okay, grid. Okay, this is the checks. So you can see here, the vulnerability is the consequence of a weak service configuration, and it gives you the exact information about the exploit. Okay, I'm going to use it also to search for the nreal RCD backdoor which runs on port 6667. So just run script and let's run it. Let's here go to search for script IRC, okay, dash and real IRCD, okay, dash backdoor, which runs on port 6667, okay, and so on. These are the type of that helps you to check for specific exploit against our target. Okay, if you can see here, we do have multiple backdoors that have been confirmed. Okay, if you can see here, it says looks like a Trojan version of Unreal IRCD. Okay, on port which is open 6667. Okay, so now let's say for to check, we want to check for default credential. Okay, we're gonna have our nmap command with the correct script. Okay, let's have a script for default account. Okay, script, let's say http dash default dash accounts. Okay, okay, so here we do have some username Tomcat, password Tomcat as well, running on Apache Tomcat. Okay, so these are the type of default account that have been found on our Metasploitable. Now let's say if I want to check for the HTTP, for the if we do have FTP anonymous access. Okay, so we are going to run. We do have a script for that. Okay, nmap script, then FTP. Okay, anonymous. Okay, sorry, I should have here space. Okay, okay, this is the result of the execution of my command. Okay, TCP port, these are all open TCP port where we can run our anonymous connection. Okay, so with regard to the scripts, okay, the NSE scripts are categorized by categories. Okay, let's explore them. Okay, for instance, let's do discovery script. Okay, nmap dash dash script. Okay, discovery, then 172 160 16, sorry, 46, we said 129. Now we are going to look to do the discovery on the whole network. Okay, /24. So this will run all discovery scripts to find live host, SNMP information, NetBIOS names, and this is a perfect command for network mapping. Okay. So if you want to use to search another category, which is vulnerability scripts, okay, so I'm going to stop this. Okay, let's say here I'm going to use nmap, okay, dash p for port 443. I'm going to, sorry, here should have then we're gonna write to run script vern, okay, 172 16 46 129. Okay, so this will check for this checks for known vulnerabilities like heartbleed, shell stock, or weak SSL ciphers. Okay, so the other category we do have, which is safe scripts only. Okay, which use, if we use this script, okay, we are going to use it on sensitive network where we want to avoid disruption. Okay, so let's just, I'm going to stop this command. Okay, and use nmap dash dash script. Okay, let's write safe and not intrusive, okay, against our 172.16.46.129. Okay. Okay, so that's, I'm going to stop it. That's NSE in practice, from simple service detection to full vulnerability assessment, all within Nmap. Okay, remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, always scan ethically, legally, and only on networks you own or have permission to test. Okay, please, if you like this video and you find it useful, please subscribe for more deep dive. Thank you very much.